and Saba Naqvi. Saba Naqvi, let me get you in on this. If they're so confident in the opposition, why would they resort to a fake video? Why would they resort to a deep fake of this nature? You know, at the one hand, they try to say that they're saving the constitution. On the other, there is this deep fake which is being circulated. And on the basis of this, senior leaders have made comments about the removal of reservations.
So, Navika, first of all, I was under the impression that the debate is about how the election has fared so far, but it doesn't seem to be that at all. So, on this, I will just say one thing. Of course, every piece of fake news must be called out, since I have also been a victim of fake news. Beyond that, it can do social damage. And I have been approached by students who are doing PhDs on BJP's fake news factory, the social media cell, WhatsApp forwards. I have traveled in parts of India where in every constituency, entire people are recruited to work on different news for that constituency. A lot of it is just religious, to try and fan religious polarizing divides. And
done only by the BJP or by parties across the spectrum?
Nobody else has that kind of money that in Bengal, on every assembly seat, you hire a battery of people. I have written about all of this in my book also. No one else has that kind of wealth, that you hire people in a state where you're not even in power, but of course you should try. That you hire people to generate local level news, much of it fake. It is a studied actually facet for those who are studying new age communications and all that, how certain political parties in the world also, and in India, it's the Bharatiya Janata Party that leads the way in that. That does not mean that Amit Shah does not have a right to defend himself on this fake altered video. It can, and I will also say, if you're talking about creating polarization, what is this talk about? You have rhetoric coming from the top. The same Home Minister said Sharia law might be you applied. I mean, what about all that? Is that real news? Sharia law is going to come into India. Is it real that mangalsutras, who is going to do the snatching? Not clear. Are going to be snatched and melted down. Is that fake news or is that real news? So you cannot be selective. You're getting outrage on behalf of the Home Minister and you're not getting outrage on behalf of many, many Indians. And by the way, on the ground, there is a boredom. And even this is not exciting people so far, unless we have some change in event or something. People are frankly bored.
All right. All right. You know? Nalin Kohli, please respond to this charge. You know, what about the fake news on the other side? Is it fake news versus fake news battle? Saba Naqvi asks you that.
First of all, I don't think elections in the country happen because somebody wants to be bored or not bored or enjoyed or not enjoyed. An election is the foundation of a democracy.
No, not at all. I'm
and
saying
therefore, an election, in whatever manner
all these
people
dangers
of India
are lurking
decide
in the
to
corner,
vote,
but people are
they
not
will decide. 1 minute, Saba, I heard your point. Let me finish my point. I didn't disturb you, Saba. It's okay, it's your point of view. You're entitled to it. I have a counter point of view. I'm entitled to it, no? So therefore, let me just build on this a little further. An election takes place for the people or the voters to decide, to exercise their franchise, to decide how many of them will come out to vote and decide the future of the country through the elected representatives. Now that election with the color that you are talking about, it's immaterial because the fact of the matter is people finally decide. They are the ones who decide and they are not looking for entertainment. They have to choose who will govern their future or take decisions that will impact their future in a serious way for the next 5 years. And that's exactly what our agenda is. If you pick up any of Prime Minister Modi's speeches, if he speaks for 40 minutes, 30 minutes plus, maybe 35 minutes is devoted to what work he has done in his government.
Okay, point taken. Point number two that you want, that you need to respond to Nalin Kohli. Point number two that you need to respond to is Mangalsutra versus reservation. Which is the fake narrative?
So let's pick up again. It's not the BJP that has brought up the issue of, one, Muslims having their first right over resources. Neither has the BJP brought up the point that there would be an inheritance tax. Neither has the BJP brought up a point that there would be an inheritance or estate tax, or the third point, that there would be a survey to check people's assets. Now let's go one by one. In inheritance tax, it was brought up by Sam Petroda of the Congress party in response to Mr. Rahul Gandhi and others talking a part of their so-called strategy that everyone's assets will be seen. So the Mangalsutra context is bringing it down to a simple level to explain to people that if you have through your life saved maybe enough gold for yourself, or anyone else who for 30 years has worked from morning to night, paid taxes, saved money, put it in a fixed deposit, bought an asset, who is the Congress party to come and then say, I'm going to see your assets and then distribute it? That is the context. Just as in Rafale, the context given when Mr. Rahul Gandhi said there is a scam in Rafale, itna mehanga kharida, one BJP MP in the, in 1 minute, one BJP MP, 1 minute, one BJP MP in the parliament said, अरे आप बोरी खरीदोगे तो उसके इतने पैसे होते हैं, आलू डालोगे तो बोरी का पैसा इतना हो जाता है, सोडा डालोगे तो बढ़ेगा, तो एयरक्राफ्ट में क्या क्या लगाओगे उससे दाम होगा. You have simplified it. This simplification of a message in political campaigning is always done. Now, just because Mr. Rahul Gandhi has a counter...
Professor